So I just want to take this quick moment to just talk about some best practices when it comes to government contracting. So I am Serena Moore Thomas. I am the CEO of the Highmark Group and the Highmark family of companies. We have a co-working space here in Jacksonville, Florida. We also have Highmark Distribution and the Highmark Group. And so I am very, very passionate about seeing small businesses succeed in the federal marketplace because, like many of you, I entered into this space, oh God, 15 years ago now, 12 years ago now, or so, and I had no idea what I was doing. I just knew that everyone kept talking about the kind of opportunities and the amount of money that the government was spending, but no one was really showing me what to do or best practices or anything like that. And so I decided that I was going to do for other people what I really wanted someone to do for me, which was just like, show me how. What is your thought behind doing some of the things that you've done to succeed in this space? And so I used my experience, I've used my experience to create a community and to create courses to kind of help you along the way. And so I particularly focus all of my efforts on simplified acquisitions. Those are opportunities that are $250,000 and below. Why? Because the process is a little simpler. And I'd much rather you make your mistakes on a $10,000 micro purchase or a purchase card purchase than to make mistakes on a $10 million IDIQ. Okay. And so that's what my course is focused on. But really quick, I just want to go through a couple of best practices, things that I think you should consider. Okay. One is going to be outreach. And I'm going to use that word outreach. Why? Because a lot of small businesses are spending a large portion of their time constantly improving everything. Like you get analysis paralysis, so you're either constantly analyzing or you're just constantly improving, but you're never reaching outside of your office. You are hiding behind your computer. That's a problem. And so when I talk about outreach, I am referring to what are you doing outside of your computer, outside of your office, meaning you can't spend all of your time updating your website, updating your registrations, getting another certification, updating your capability statement for the 15th time. You haven't even sent it to anyone yet. And I'm telling you this because, I go through awards all the time and I show people who's winning awards. And so the fun thing that I love to do is go to awards, right? And then pull that company up in SAM and then go further and pull up that company's website and take a look at what they look like, right? Sometimes they don't even have a website. Sometimes their website looks like something my 11-year-old could have done. And so somehow they're still winning. How do you think that is? It's going to be relationships, right? Building relationships, but you can't build relationships if you only work internally, like behind your desk all the time. So one, you have to look at what you're doing outside, like send the capability statement, like show up to the opportunities, like pursue the sources sought opportunities, answer the requests for information, do those things. You miss 100% of the shots that you do not take. And so you have to reach outside. You have to pick up the phone. Oftentimes, call the OSDBU office, right? The Office of Small Disadvantaged Business Utilization. Call them. Ask questions, contact your PTAC office, ask them to provide you with market research, who's winning contracts in your area, what agencies are located near your address. Give them work to do on your behalf, but you gotta do something outside of constantly improving things that you won't ever send. Okay, so that is one. The other thing is number two, and I alluded to this, that is the relationship building. This is not It's not new information, okay? I need you to just I need to offer a different perspective. I need you to look at government contracting, the federal government, or even state and local. I talk a lot about federal because I prefer federal, but even state and local, right? It's all going to come through relationship. Like any other business, you have to build relationships. And I don't want you to be intimidated by the fact that it's a government contract. I just need you to look at them as another customer, except this customer has a whole lot more money, right? And they do have some requirements, but they're all very clear. If you have somebody to help you through them, they're not always clear. Sometimes they're a little confusing, but they know what they want. Let's just be clear, right? They do know what they want. They have the money to spend. They're putting out a solicitation or some kind of request, and they're inviting you to answer it. And you actually have the capabilities, the ability to not only perform on the contract, because some of my students are just managing contracts. They're project managing. They're not performing the work. And that's what the government allows you to do. But I digress. I want you to not be so intimidated by the fact that it's government. And I want you to look at it as another customer. Like if it was just your ideal customer, if this was someone you met at a chamber meeting, how would you respond? You would look for opportunities to be in their presence, right? So that's events, right? You want to be at your agency's small business events. You want to be at PTAX events. You want to do those things, right? So if it was a regular conversation or a regular customer, somebody you're meeting, you would be saying, okay, how do I put myself in front of them more? Use that same strategy. You would be saying, oh, I have to follow up on this right away. Like I want to make sure, I'm top of mind. Use that same strategy, baby. That's all I'm saying. Don't be so intimidated by the fact that it's government that you just forget all of the business practices that you have used in the past to successfully secure contracts and win business. Okay, so don't be intimidated. So the outreach, the communication part, like that, the building connection and building relationships, those two things. I'm going to stop right there. I can give you a whole lot more, but I'm going to stop right there. I talk about a lot of this stuff inside of my course. Mission 500K is our community. I have a whole free online Facebook community where we talk about how to win federal contracts without writing proposals. That's our primary focus, right? So just to help you get some quicker wins, right? To find purchase card purchases and purchase orders and things like that. Okay, how to leverage your certifications if you do have them, and so you can find out all about that on mission500k.com. Okay, that's where all of that information is. Mission 500K is our mission to teach 500,000 small businesses how to succeed in the federal marketplace without writing proposals. And I'm Sirena Moore-Thomas. And so I am looking forward to having an opportunity to work with you. If this has been helpful, leave a comment below. These are just a few tips off the top of my head, just to kind of help you along and let you know you can absolutely do this. Remember, it doesn't take a lot of contracts. It only takes one. Just win one, and we use that one to leverage and to open the doors to so many others. So it only takes one. So I need you to go in with that mindset. It only takes one. Be persistent and consistent and watch what happens. Okay, I'm Sirena Moore-Thomas, and I'm out. Hope you've been encouraged, and please reach out to me and my team if we can be of assistance to you. That's mission500k.com, and all the links to our free Facebook group and everything is going to be somewhere wherever this video is. Okay, have a good one.